Tell you what, Oscar, I wish Chelsea had a bit more time at the Emirates Stadium because of a 2-1 defeat to the Arsenal FC. I want to start things off with Oscar there. I mean, a club, it was on your birthday. This is a team where, you were about to celebrate your, how old are you even now? I don't even know what you are. Anyway, you're celebrating your birthday, 31. And
22.
Sorry?
22.
Oh, okay. You know what? That's way more politician than I've ever said anything. You just straight up lied to the people.
Lied.
Straight up lied to the people. But yeah, Oscar, listen, look, Chelsea came to Stamford Bridge, came to the Emirates in what has been a very interesting time under Liam Rosenior. Came to the Emirates and nearly snuck a draw. What was your thoughts on it?
Roberto Sanchez, clown.
Yeah, Oscar, I'm not gonna lie.
We'll obviously get to the Sanchez of it all, yeah. But when it comes to Chelsea, yeah, I just know exactly what I'm getting from them. I know exactly what I'm getting from them. They will put in a decent fight and they will eventually let me down. I think the more shocking, I don't think anything about Chelsea's performance really shocked us. I think Chelsea put in a good fight. They were organized. Reece James was excellent as per usual. Sanchez was an idiot as per usual. Chelsea got a man sent off as per usual. We knew, there's a lot of parts of that game, the key moments of the game, we sort of knew were coming. I was more shocked by Arsenal and the fact that, again, it wasn't like night and day that you were better than us, which is so frustrating because we've played you 4 times this season. We've lost every time. And in those games, it's not because Arsenal have shown themselves to be the league leaders as they have been in other games this season. It's just because of, the odd, stupid decision from us or, the odd refereeing decision that I'm looking very sideways at because some of the stuff that was going on in that game yesterday. I will say the refereeing was shocking for both teams. I won't say it was just for Arsenal.
Agreed.
But some decisions were more egregious than others. But it was really, really annoying. I think the fact that we went down to 10 men, I'm the most annoyed at. I'm the most annoyed at Pedro Neto making such a silly challenge to cost us that game. Because even with 10 men, we were still in the game. We still had opportunities to claw this game back to a 2-2, which it should have never been that. It should have never even been in our hands in the first place. It was really, really telling about how Chelsea are just so close to nothing, and it really shows the lack of ambition of our owners that they continuously go into transfer windows and don't improve the first 11. They just buy pieces around it. When you look at the last 2 windows, if they had made a statement of intent to spend the same money they spent, but just spend it on players that improved the first 11 and maybe, had a little bit more experience, maybe had a little bit more age, Chelsea would be comfortably in the top 4 and we'd be possibly challenging for that second position with a platform to build going forward. But off the bench, Liam Rosenior has to rely on Alejandro Garnacho and Liam Delap. That's the money they spent in the summer, and that is the indictment of Chelsea that I'm just going to end up saying every single week on this podcast. It's the same crap every single game. You look at the squad, and I can't blame Maresca, I can't blame Liam Rosenior because they can only go so far with these players. They're not that good. And yesterday was just another example of that.
What did you think of the talk that Pedro Neto didn't realize he was on a yellow card? Have you heard this conversation?
I saw. I think it's nonsense. I saw that in the clip where he gets a yellow card, they sort of cut away. But then there's another angle where he's being shown the yellow card, and he's kind of like half looking down, but it's in his direction. He knows.
I didn't even know he got booked. So when he pulled out the second yellow, I'm like, when did he get the first one?
Do you know why he got booked, David?
No, for complaining. Yeah, I saw, but they didn't show that on the broadcast. So I'm thinking, I've seen the ref go, leaving the stadium went, way. I'm like, when did you get the first one?
It was clearly in quick, but the thing is, where it was clearly a player who knew he messed up, and then find the blame because you were showing the card. Reece James was actively annoyed at you when you got the first yellow card, so you clearly knew because Reece James was at the time when you got the yellow card. So you just you messed up. And you messed up and you tried to find the way out of it by figuring out blame. Players all the time, they lie. It's what they do.
Do you not think that yellow cards for dissent is actually just dumb?
I think it's crap.
Like what could he have said? Like what could he have really said that cost him a booking for talking to the ref?
No, it is, yeah, but it's one of those ones where it's what's the word? It's dependent on the ref at the time. Because some ref will tolerate a certain amount of dissent before they get annoyed, some won't. That's the one where it's like it's dependent. Because I do agree, there are sometimes some players who maybe lose their head and they start berating the ref. Then fine, card them. Yeah. So most of the time they get dissented because they kind of repeatedly come. But then you could argue as a player, if he's told you stop coming near me or I'm going to give you a card, I just want to talk to your captain, and you come again, it's your business. You did it to yourself because he told you to come, you didn't listen.
Yeah. And those cards, because Enzo also got booked for dissent in that game as well. Those cards are like nobody can say they're not a disciplinary problem. They are straight away the manager, the club captain, the teammates. They need to arrest that situation and say, you guys are idiots. You're getting yellow cards. Like half of the red cards we've had this season have been as a result of 2 yellows. So getting these yellows accumulative. Yesterday, Hato had to come off, not because I think he was having a bad game. I actually think he was doing all right, but because he was on a yellow, he was on a yellow, then it now forces us into another change. And it's like, how many times do you have to learn the same lesson? It's pathetic.
For me, I never fully complain about players. I'll focus on Arsenal getting dissent specifically, like we're chatting back yellow cards, because in my opinion, whether or not I agree with whether or not players should get carded for like dissent, my whole thing is it is a rule. So until they change that rule, why are you actively arguing like on a mad one or ignoring? Because like I said, yes, it depends on the referee, the level of threshold they have for dissent. But the fact of the matter is, it is a thing. So if you are actively egging it on, then I'm not going to get mad at the ref for like doing it, because it is a thing. It's like getting mad about offsides that are like a tone or over. It's annoying, but until they change it, that's what it is.
It's like another thing, like the fourth official. Why is the manager going to complain to the? He's not going to change anything. So it's a lie, bro.
Nah, man, I'm shouting. I don't care.
The fourth official.
Because you have to have influence. Like you have to have influence. At the end of the day, Sir Alex Ferguson showed us the blueprint. Sir Alex Ferguson showed us the blueprint.
I don't mind the manager.
Not on the fourth official.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it with the managers. It's the players specifically. The managers are.
Let the managers chat. Let the manager, bro. If I'm, if a player's pulled a shirt, right, and he's stopped a counter attack, and then it happens again, and there's no yellow card, the manager should be screaming at the fourth official, because where's the flipping consistency? Like you can't at the end of the day, the stakes are too high. The stakes are too high. Teams are losing. Managers are losing their jobs because of inconsistent refereeing on a weekly basis. We are about to talk about some horrific decisions this game.
So also where it comes to like, if you're gonna go for that yellow card as a player or a manager, I'm fine if you hold that, but then now use your brain in the game. If you've taken that yellow card for a good reason, depending on what it is, do not get another one, because there's a good reason what you did.
Wait. Let me, because I think I was too polite. Yeah, Pedro Neto's an idiot. Yeah, I can't stand this player. He actually pisses me off to the max. And do you know what pisses me off the most is that Peter rates him. That's what pisses me off even more. The guy's a flipping moron. Yeah? The guy's a flipping moron. I can understand players not having as much talent, not having as much pace, not having as much ability. But when you're a brain dead guy, that pisses me off more than anything. And the one thing Pedro Neto is good at, the one thing I'll never ever complain about him for, is that guy can run. He runs his flipping socks into the ground every single week for Chelsea, and I respect that about him. But the only thing you are asked to do when Martinelli is running up against you is run. You don't need to make a tackle. You don't even need to lunge. You don't need to do anything. Just run. That's all you're good for. Just run. Martinelli was already gone. The thing is, even if Martinelli got past him, I was confident that was not ending up in a goal. He was too far. He was too far from goal.
Someone said it. It's as much as you know me, I am the number one Martinelli fan.
Yeah.
I know for a fact if all he did was run with him, nothing's happening.
It's happening.
It was just head loss. He's just got booked.
Or even it could have been a thing where Martinelli took the ball past him and then ran into him, and then it's a foul, but not necessarily a yellow. You know what I mean? It could have been that. You just made the wrong decision. You're brain dead, and you're on a yellow card. And we've had 8 yellow cards this season, now 9. Today on Twitter, I saw a red card comp. It was like 4 minutes of all of Chelsea's red cards.
Guys, I saw that one as well.
I saw
We need to add Chelsea to the hashtag Team Thugs because 9 red cards is terrible.
Because Robin, we're not thugs. We're idiots. Robin, we're not even thugs. We're idiots. Like if they were thugs, I'd 100% agree. But when you're getting yellows for shouting at the referee, you can't even call someone a thug at that point. Like even the challenge that Neto makes, he barely even makes contact on Martinelli. It's just stupid. It's just a scissor dumb challenge. Martinelli gets back up and keeps running. Like
we're 9 and we just hit March. That's why I'm just like, what's happening here?
The guys are idiots. We need to give them an idiot award, not a thug award.
Do you know how bad it was? Yeah? Do you know how bad it was? Yeah, the crowd is going mental at the ref. Bro, play on advantage.
Yeah,
that's how bad of an idiot.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is that Neto's probably done that move Martinelli done to like 1 million defenders, and I thought to myself, how he's bought. You know, how Martinelli's bought that is amazing. It
was so obvious.
Like a player that knows it.
No guile. There was no guile. It was a very obvious.
It looked like it definitely looked like somebody he didn't know he was on a yellow because it was a horrendous challenge. Like it was like a crazy attempt.
There's too much evidence to show that he knew he had a yellow card. He had it in your face, and then also James was getting. He literally was angry at me when you got the yellow card. He's just an idiot. He's just an idiot. Also, I wanted to add here. I appreciate someone else who's also mad at stupid wingers because the energy I have for a certain one of our wingers is the exact same you have for Neto. The difference is Neto actually gives you output as opposed to the other one, but that's by the by.
Flipping now, he's been brought up again. He wasn't even on the pitch today.
Out for hype. But listen, I love a good hater.
But guys, that aside, we're talking about thuggery. The defending from Arsenal on these corners was outrageous. It was outrageous. And the fact that Chelsea did not get one penalty, the fact that Raya was able to escape whatever that was, and the fact that Declan Rice had guys in a Heimlich maneuver for a corner.
Yeah. He wasn't even looking at the ball. He had no idea where the ball was.
Oscar, those two decisions there, I'm just
ridiculous.
Like,
guys. So I saw there's a clip. No, Lola. There's 2 clips of Rice and Timber. I think Timber was on Hato and Rice was on João Pedro. Not only do they have their arms around them, because this is clearly a tactical thing that you guys do in the training pitch. They are linked arms, so like they're hugging around and their arms are together. It's literally wrestling. Like
a vice grip. The vice grip.
So the players cannot jump. How is this allowed in the modern game?
Ridiculous.
Okay, like I said, I'll give you one of those, and that's the Rice one, which I was genuinely shocked. It wasn't like on an unbiased thing. I was genuinely shocked.
They looked at it, and I was just like,
I was genuinely shocked.
But the Rice one, that situation happens, and then Raya comes in with his elbow on João Pedro's head.
Which one?
That was a concussion.
The punch one.
It was a concussion.
That one I've got more sympathy on.
The only one. That's the one I'm not.
Sympathy.
No. That one I'm not giving you. I've seen too many angles so you got the ball as well. And the only reason why, look at my before you lose your mind, the only reason why I'm not giving you that one is because we had the exact same. You know what I mean? Chelsea or whatever it is. The exact same or similar thing has happened to us, and it was. So I'm just gonna say, on that specific one, when I've seen the ref like clatter someone and get the ball, or vice versa, the ball, and then it gets to play at the same time, I can. Whether or not I can sit here and have sympathy in that if it was opposite right, I would also be arguing for a penalty. But I've also seen them not given. The Rice one is when I fully put my hands up and say the ref has been moving.
I swear we got given one like that in the Champions League.
We've been given one and we've not given one. So it's one of those
ones. David, you know UEFA, different rules. When it comes to giving soft pens and all that stuff, they're consistent with it. They're consistent.
And that's what
I just want you guys to see this. I just want you guys to see this.
I think it's an unfair angle.
It's a concussion. That's
sorry. Oscar, play the video from the other angle and tell me the exact same.
We can't.
Forget Raya. Forget Raya. Look at the arms of the Arsenal defender on João Pedro.
Yeah.
Come on. It's ridiculous. Take it off the screen. I'm getting annoyed.
because everyone's doing this.
What the hell is this?
No, because everyone's doing this whole thing about Arsenal. Hold it. We saw the same game. The same game we also saw. Well, your man not on ours. Did I not see our players' shirts being pulled down? Did I not see bodies on everyone else? So what I'm saying here is, I'm not denying the thuggery. I'm even saying one of those ones should have definitely been a penalty. That photo, by the way, of Jack Pedro is very deceiving, but that's by the by. I'm not denying the right.
No, in real time, right?
Oscar, I think.
Wait. I saw it in real time, and I saw the other angle as well. It looks like he got the ball at the same time. So what I'm saying is, I have seen that not given before, Oscar, which is all I'm saying. I'm not denying your annoyance.
It's more of a foul by Saliba. It's not really the Raya thing.
All I'm saying is, I'm not denying or disputing your anger. I'm saying I have seen those happen and they're not given. So I'm not going to give you the one. I'm genuinely not weird about is the right one. I'm surprised, genuinely surprised.
Do you know why I'm not trying to hear that? Because the same way when we're talking about flipping Neto and he's blabbing him out to the ref, we've seen players shout at the ref and not get a yellow.
And literally
but when Neto gets the yellow, I'm here like I'm not complaining about that. Like at the end of the day, there are certain situations where
it's a mouthy thing.
There were times when Arsenal had Chelsea had a corner, Arsenal would win the ball from the break, and Chelsea players were just fouling Arsenal players to stop the counter attack. Yeah, and they weren't getting yellows. And I'll say that should have been a yellow. That's not right. Yeah, but there's no way you're looking at that situation and telling me that shouldn't be a penalty for Chelsea. That's insane.
I'm saying Smith because I've seen both angles and I've seen it. You know what I can give you.
I didn't touch the ball in any angle.
That's your business. That's your business.
Right, touching that ball.
No one's denying your anger. I'm saying the right one was the one. But my point is, the goal we scored, the goal that Raya saved, all this one I've seen, your man were also on ours, pulling our shirts, wraps arms around our players. Even for the one you conceded with Timber, the one that Sanchez shamelessly wanted to pretend he was pushed when it was.
I don't know what he's doing.
It was your players who had their arms around us, and it was your players who might have touched him, not us. My point is, Arsenal, don't get me wrong, we are exploiting the whole leeway that there is for corners and that stuff. But it's not only us. People are just mad that we're actually very good at it.
Enough for Chelsea, bruv. Arsenal, you need to pattern up, bro. Some of the goals we're conceding, bruv. Fam. I'm not on it, bruv. Zubamendi, sort it out, bruv.
Zubamendi?
Yeah. Did you see back pass?
Yeah, I mean,
on goal can happen. That's fine. It's Zubamendi, bro. Bruv, wake up, bro.
There was a couple.
He's done it a couple times, bro.
Yeah, I think Zubamendi is a case of the fatigue is hitting him, and because he's the only one in our team who's played every single game, both cups, league, and Champions League, for no reason. So he's the one who out everyone. Everyone else has had games where they sat on the bench or they've not been in the squad at all. It's him who keeps playing all his games. And for me, this is where my energy for Arteta comes in. It's like, you have a squad. Our issues are our attackers might be out.
Use it.
Everyone else is here. Why have you not? This is not me loving or hating on Norgard, but he was in the Prem just last season. He played the midfield just this season.
What did I tell you?
Just last season. Why do you refuse to use the players you have at your disposal? But then you'll run a man into the ground, he'll be finished by March, and then you're confused. Like
and then no Lola, we don't have to play him in important Champions League for semi-final games, bruv. And then we're wondering what's going on, bruv.
Zubimendi of it all is like, I've seen enough of this of his first season to say that this is definitely a sick player. But the issue is utilizing it is he got away with one this time because that one was like, I think I saw someone try to blame it on Raya. I said, you tapped. Raya gave a perfectly good pass and that should have just gone immediately to Gabriel. Zubimendi lost his mind there. He got away with it. But yeah, that one I've been saying for games before this that I don't know why Zubimendi is still starting some games. Same thing with like all the other midfielders. So that situation with that. But
even Rice, man, that pass that he gave back to Raya, he used for a corner.
That's tight.
There's some fatigue. I said there's some fatigue in this midfield, man.
Long Austin run to stop it. Brilliant. The fatigue smacked him in the
ass. Eze, we didn't pay 68 million, whatever the price was, for you just to score against Spurs, bro. We enjoy it, we love it. You need to up your FIFA, bro. Nah. You display so much. He disappears too much, bro.
You know, the thing is, right? In the first half, I was like so like chilled, comfortable. I was like, this is really good. But there came a point, you know, like after 35 minutes, it's still like 1-0. I was like, no, guys, put your chances away because it's gonna bite us in the second half, right?
Anything, bro.
He scored like 2 goals in the first half for me to feel comfortable. Because first half, in my opinion, we could have scored more. And we didn't.
3 at least.
3 specific times, yeah, where Trossard, who again has had a good season up until January, and then he's now doing this because there were 2 directly where I looked at him specifically saying, "Why are you doing this?" The counter attack where he ran for, where it was like the Rice ran in front of you, passed the ball, he refused. The pass that goes through, that was a dead pass that Caicedo intercepted. It's like, what's going on? It's like there was where it's like we had opportunities to at minimum get shot on target or get another goal or 2 in the first half, and that's good, and that's the situation. We keep leaving food on the table, and this is not like disparaging Chelsea as some dead thing where we could have smacked them for. No, this is a case of you had opportunities to do better in the first half to make it a bit more comfortable, and you refuse to do so. And my whole thing is set pieces are the great equalizer, regardless of who you are. You could be top of the Prem, the bottom of the freaking National League. If you can get a set piece, it's a set piece. If you can work it well, if you've got enough power in there, you can get yourself back into the game. And the Chelsea one didn't shock me in the sense that you also are good at set pieces, and it just kind of that teetering effect of situations are kind of like we've left something on it. It's like it's given like I think it was that was the one just after the one that Raya saved it. It was like you're given, and it's like so when it scored, I was annoyed, but it's one of those ones where you let that happen because you had opportunities to make better and you didn't. You got back into it. And they have Sanchez in goal because that guy is like Vicario level of like let him get
bonehead,
doing nonsense in the first half as well, but he didn't get punished for it. But yeah, that one is what it is, and it's like it helps when you have freaking the behemoth on set pieces that is Gabriel, because the leap that he did for the first goal was absolutely insane and it was wonderful.
But that's the thing. Listen, we weren't bad, but weren't good. But yeah, the moment of lapses, we'll get to that point in the season. No, what I'm saying, we're getting to that point of the season, bro. These games, bro, you can't be making. I know win the game, but
the way we've played the last month, we can't win the league like this. There's no way. It will come to bite us. There's no way we can win the league.
And it only takes one.
You have to actually turn the gas on now. We've got to turn the gas, get into 3rd, 4th gear, and start blowing teams away. Like I'm not even saying 4s and 5s. I'm just saying even when it's a 2-0 victory, let it be a 2-0 controlled masterclass game.
Do you know this is for that? Because everyone loves to throw him away, acting like he's useless in the team. While a certain captain is very good at it. But whenever he gets injured, certain people in the team love to be happy and throw celebrations because he's no longer in the midfield.
The problem is
it's not. It's just to clarify. This is not me saying that he's been great. He's the best in the world, or he's not. He's a useful person in the team who's very good, especially if your issue is with him starting. Have him on the bench to come on and control, because there's too many games in this month specifically where we have been up or been the thing and we've no control. And the one person who hates to do the passing thing and running with he's brilliant at that. That's like the one thing that's been consistent.
The problem is Lola. That one, he can't create, bro.
But
I hear your thing, but when we're chasing.
No, I hear you. No, but I hear you. But my point is, because a lot of the things that people City won all of their stuff purely because they just fired man. But they had bare control. So what I'm saying is, I get there's some games where he needs to not start because he's controlling his creativeness is. But the one thing he's been consistent is for his entire tenure is that he can control. So what I'm saying is, like Peter just said, have some games where it's a 1 or 2-0 or even a 2, but it's controlled. You need an Odegaard in there just to keep the ball and pass it. You just need to create. Give it to someone else, but hold the ball.
Get out of him. My number 10s need to create, brother. You're right, bro.
The thing is, you're not hearing one.
I don't want to hear it, bro.
This is the point. This is what Arsenal fans complain about. They complain about certain things, but you have a solution to it, and they don't want to
do both, blood.
Yeah, but I'm saying every games, even the best teams, need certain games just to have some man to control it.
Cycle, yeah, 100%.
I'm intrigued to see if he's fit and he's in the squad on Wednesday away at Brighton, and say we're 2-0 up against Brighton. I'll be intrigued to see if he comes on and then let's see that happen. Because if it does, then you might be onto something. Then it might be something like, okay, you know what, going forward, maybe he shouldn't start, but maybe he should come on to see games out.
Because now even Eze, what does Eze do in that spot?
Loses the ball.
Nothing, to be honest.
I can't have two number 10s who can't create, man. What we doing?
No, what I'm saying is, they can create. That's the problem. He creates on a one-touch way. So he will always, no matter if it could be the 85th minute, and we need to kind of like hold, or maybe we can create a one thing, but hold the ball, keep the tempo going, and he will attempt a stupid pass because that's what he does. He does the incisive thing, he does the long thing, and it's unnecessary.
Yeah,
Sometimes you see him and Eze's thing has never been tempo setting, which is what we need.
So why did we buy him, guys?
That's decent analysis. That's good analysis, man.
He creates.
Why did we buy? You see, this is why when you anyway.
Again, we know what we bought him for. He's a final third. What the Spurs game, even though it was Spurs, is the catalyst of how he plays. He plays one touch, quick through the lines in the middle, top. But he's never been, even at Palace, a tempo setter. I didn't expect him to come and be that. I expected Odegaard to be better.
Do you know what's interesting? When you
in that, so that's what I'm saying.
When you look at Odegaard's compilation for Arsenal, right? When he's at his best, it's that same thing you say about Eze. Like he it's quick, it's one touch, it can even be two touches, but he's sending the ball straight away. Like Odegaard used to be so good at sending the ball forward, like quick and fast and everything. And then at this moment, it's like, he seems to have lost that dust. Whether that's down to the injuries, whether that's down to he had a bit of bad form or whatever the case may be.
I agree.
And Mikel needs to kind of pull that out of him again. And listen, he has to make this the best of this situation. It's not like we've got two bad players. We've got two excellent players, but we need to actually, you know what I mean? Like we need to put them in the conveyor belt where they're flourishing.
Situation though with the timing of the season, it's late to expect that now. Now I need them both to do the opposite, like to do what they both are good at, compensate for each other. Because it's too late in the season to ask for us. It's not like we're in November or October to pretend like I'm going to pretend and like be blind to the fact I'm going to say, Eze is going to miraculously in the next game do both tempo setting and creating, or Odegaard going to do both and just turn back into who was the competition. That's not going to happen. So what I need now is for them both to at minimum do what they're good at. Better.
Yeah, definitely.
Odegaard, 10% control, pass, move, and Eze, if you get time on the pitch, do something up there. Figure it out. And that's also what don't be less of you. Don't try and stifle man, because that's the overarching thing. Point like an end of season. So I think talk about how Arteta has stifled any joy in football out of a lot of these players, to the fact that they're removed from what they originally were since a couple of seasons back, or even last season. So that's a whole system kind of situation. But currently, pretending and complaining about how simply can't do something, ignore it. Use based on what's happening and going off that.
We agree.
It's pointless.
We agree that we have to change. We have to change. We can't what we've got in this last 2 months. This can't finish the season because we won't win the league.
This isn't a set piece kind of thing. This is like, if we continue to play this exact same way, it will bite. And the Brighton game is a perfect game for that to bite.
I'm not talking. Yeah, by the way, the set piece thing, guys, we're kings. Don't worry about us with our set pieces. We're the kings of that. It doesn't matter. We even give you own goals. But like, it's that thing of we have to change, because I kid you not, like you say, Brighton's going to be one of those games where it can be a slippery slope. Do you know what game I'm really concerned about that nobody's actually spoken about? And I'm not a genius either. But like the game today, I sat there and I thought about this. Yeah. The game that has me bricking my pants, guys, is Everton at home, and I'll tell you why. What David Moyes has done at Everton Football Club, should not be slept on. Number one, his squad is diabolical.
Their pants.
No, hear me out, guys. It is diabolical. I think they're 8th in the league, right? They've won 11 games this season, 7 of them away from home. In the Premier League in 25-26 season, they have the second best record away from home. I'll let you simmer on that one.
Yeah, but also that also tells you everything about when people try to pretend like it's all when certain teams or certain players have managers, and it's like, the team is pants. We're hearing it. I've seen enough worse managers with worse teams do better.
Oh, listen.
So the same situation, even though they're doing better now with, like, it was United and Chelsea and Spurs. Everton have a worse team than all of you. I know Moyes is Moyes, but that team As a
Lola.
whole, it's not good, and he's got them there. So you man who are complaining about, oh, this team, shut up.
Lola, the man is in his 60s, and Everton have the second best away record in the Premier League. Did you hear what I just said? It's we've played what 28, 29 games. This is a good pool of data. This isn't August, September. We're in March, and Everton have the second best away record in the league.
Yeah, I'll focus on that game after.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Lola. When they come to the Emirates and Jordan Pickford sits on that ball for 90 minutes.
So be it. I'll focus on that when the Brighton game's over. I'm okay.
I hear you. No, I hear you on that one. I hear you. Listen, you gotta take it one game at a time. But I've looked forward and I said, because everyone's talking City, innit? Everyone's talking about City away. Even David just mentioned West Ham away. That's a banana skin for sure. I looked at Everton at home. I said, Lord have mercy. And the thing is, Everton at home, Newcastle at home. We know what Newcastle are like when they come to the Emirates. So we're going to sweat, blood, and tear our way through this. But we have to change, though. You agree? We have to change our
100%. And I hear you.
The application.
I just have more vim in terms of this could have been so much more simpler if these players decided to not draw. Even ignore the United game. You drew to Newcastle, Forest.
Forest is killing me. Forest is killing me.
Forest and Brentford.
I 100% agree with you, but they have to. This run of games that's coming up is going to be whatever. I'm just
Forest
saying,
and Wolves.
It would have been so much easier if you just won those 2 games.
Wow.
Forest and Wolves, man. That's killing me.
Yeah, man.
That's killing me.
Holy cow, dude.
Forest, like Sean Dyche Forest. I have to say that every single time. Sean Dyche Forest didn't have a shot on goal against us in that game. So what were we doing?
Either which way, it was a nice kind of win. I enjoyed the fact because there was a lot of Chelsea fans who
beating Chelsea is always great.
Yeah, so to conclude.
Yeah,
but how about goal from open play? You crap team.
Stop crying, Frank Lampard. Get out of here, man.
Oscar, I have a stat for you. Chelsea have not won a Premier League game away at Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, or Liverpool since 2021. 18 games and counting. What is it with you and not playing away at the big teams and not getting the points?
I cannot believe that.
We don't. I believe it. We don't win the big games. We don't win big games. We don't win. And what's crazy is our level always raises in the big games. We always play better than we do in those small games, but we never win the big one. And it was a problem that I had. A problem that I had with Maresca, and I asked last week, can Liam Rosenior change that? Does he have the ability to do something that could change that? And we put in a decent showing, but at best, the best thing we were ever going to get yesterday was a draw. So until you start buying some quality, you're not gonna bridge that gap.
In my head, I don't know why I assumed you'd beat. I don't know in my head.
In cup games, different, but yeah, it's just in the Premier League.
Yeah, we have beaten Liverpool. We have beaten City. We've always played decent against. Actually, not always, but we've beaten United at home. We've won all of these games. Apart from Arsenal, all of those teams we've beaten at home.
Okay, so
we just haven't won them away.
Fair enough.
Mad thing.